FCA Article 10, Purpose. This article is designed to establish procedures to help protect children from injury or mistreatment and to help safeguard their physical, mental, and emotional well-being. It is designed to provide a due process of law for determining when the state, through its family court, may intervene
against the wishes of the parent on behalf of the child so that his needs are properly met. You want to read the questions or you want me to?
No, you could go first.
Okay. 10-12. Any parent or other person legally responsible for the child who is alleged to have abused or neglected the child is the respondent. Abused child means a child.
Under 18.
Neglected child means a child.
Under 18.
Right. So a neglected or abused child is 0 to
17.
Right.
Okay, I just want to say that we're going to abbreviate person legally responsible or other person legally responsible for the child's care as a PLR. FCA 1012 Subdivision D. Drug means any substance defined as a controlled substance pursuant to the public health law. E. Abused child means a child less than 18, so 0 to 17, whose parent or other PLR 1. Inflicts or allows to be inflicted upon such child physical injury by other than accidental means, which causes or creates a substantial risk of death, serious or protracted disfigurement, or protracted impairment of physical or emotional health, or protracted loss or impairment of the function of any bodily organ, or 2. Creates or allows to be created a substantial risk of physical injury to such child by other than accidental means, which would be likely to cause death or serious or protracted disfigurement, or protracted impairment of physical or emotional health, or protracted loss or impairment of the function of any bodily organ, or 3. Commits or allows to be committed an offense defined in 130 of the penal law, allows or permits or encourages any child to engage in any act described in 230 of the penal law, which is prostitution, commits any of the acts described in section 255 of the penal law, which is use of a child in a porn, basically, allows such child to engage in acts or conduct described in 263 of the penal law, permits or encourages such child to engage in any act or commits or allows to be committed against such child any offense that would render such child a victim of sex trafficking or a victim of severe forms of trafficking in persons pursuant to 22 U.S.C., which is the United States Code, or any successor federal statute, provided, however, that the corroboration requirements contained in the penal law and the age requirement for the application of the Article 263 of penal law shall not apply to proceedings under this article. F. Neglected child means a child less than 18, so 0 to 17, one whose physical, mental, or emotional condition has been impaired or is in imminent danger of becoming impaired as a result of the failure of his parent or PLR to exercise a minimum degree of care, A, in supplying the child with adequate survival needs, although financially able to do so or offered financial or other reasonable means to do so, and that includes optometrical or surgical care and dental care, or in providing the child with proper supervision or guardianship by unreasonably inflicting or allowing to be inflicted harm or a substantial risk thereof, including excessive corporal punishment, or by misusing drugs or alcohol to the extent that she loses self-control, or by any other acts of a similarly serious nature requiring the aid of the court, provided, however, that where respondent is voluntarily and regularly participating in rehab or rehabilitation program, evidence that the respondent has repeatedly misused drugs and alcohol shall not establish that the child is a neglected child in the absence of evidence establishing that the child's mental, physical, or emotional condition has been impaired or is in imminent danger of becoming impaired, as set forth in subparagraph I, or who has been abandoned pursuant to 384-B Social Services Law by his parent or other PLR. PLR includes the child's custodian, guardian, or any other person responsible for the child's care at the relevant time. Custodian may include any person continually or at regular intervals found in the same household as the child when the conduct of such person causes or contributes to the abuse or neglect of the child. There's a few other definitions that I'm not going to be covering in this video because the video is already so long, but I will just say what they are. One is the definition of an abandoned child. That is in the Social Services Law. One is impairment of emotional health or impairment of emotional or mental condition. Child Protective Agency. And aggravated circumstances. Family court has exclusive original jurisdiction over Article 10 alleging blank and blank of a child.
Abuse and neglect.
B. For the protection of children, family court has jurisdiction over proceedings under this article, notwithstanding the fact that criminal court also has or may be exercising jurisdiction over the facts alleged in the petition or complaint. C. In determining the jurisdiction of the court, the age of the child at the time the proceedings are initiated is controlling. D. In determining jurisdiction of court, the child need not be currently in the care and custody of the respondent. 2011 question. In determining whether the family court has jurisdiction in a child protective proceeding, which, if any, of the following are true? A. The age of child at the time the alleged abuse is controlling. B. The child need not be currently in the care or custody of the respondent. C. Family court has jurisdiction over the proceeding under Article 10, notwithstanding the fact that a criminal court also has or may be exercising jurisdiction over facts alleged in the petition or complaint.
And the answer is B and C. A is not correct because the age of the child at the time of the alleged abuse is controlling is not correct. It's the age of the child at the time of the proceedings were initiated. Article 1015. Proceedings under Article 10 may be originated by where? A. In the county where the child resides at the time of filing the petition. B. In the county having person having custody of the child. Or C. In the county where the abuse occurred.
I think that it's A or B.
Correct. It's only in the county where the child resides at the time of filing the petition or where the county where the person having custody resides.
1017, question 5. In any proceeding under Article 10, when the court determines that a child must be removed or placed, the court shall direct the blank to conduct an investigation to locate any non-respondent parent of the child and any relatives of the child, including all of the grandparents of the child, all relatives or suitable persons identified by any respondent parent or non-respondent parent, and any relative identified by a child over the age of blank as a relative who plays or has played a significant role in their life.
And the answer is, when the court determines that the child must be removed or placed, the court shall direct the local commissioner of social services to conduct that investigation to locate those people and any relative identified by the child over the age of 5 as a relative who played a significant role in his life.
So that's 5 to 17. 4 and younger doesn't have to do it.
6. The court shall also direct the blank to conduct an investigation to locate any person who is not recognized to be the child's legal parent and does not have rights of the legal parent, but who, A,
has filed with the putative father registry an instrument acknowledging paternity pursuant to the estate's powers and trust law, or who has a paternity petition pending.
Or B, has a pending paternity petition, or C, has been identified as a parent by the child's other parent in sworn written statement.
I'm going to say, is that the Commissioner of Social Services?
The local commissioner of social services.
After the court receives this report from the local commissioner of social services, the court shall determine 1. Whether there is a non-respondent parent, relative, or other suitable person with whom such child may appropriately reside, and 2. In the case of a relative or suitable person, whether such individual seeks approval as a foster care parent pursuant to social services law, or for the purpose of providing the care of the child, or wishes to provide free care for the child during the pendency of any orders pursuant to this article.